here, and that is how is this thing cooked? Only one way to find out. It's like a giant prime rib. Tell me in the comments, is this perfect? I think I'm just gonna eat it like a Viking. Little potato. Oh, by the way, if you think this dish looks good, just wait until you see what's coming later in the video. But first, we're giving every player's favorite dish a ranking on this tier list, and Erling Haaland just got A tier. Next up, the one and only Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Hi Nick, this is Zlatan. So one of my favorite food is kebab, because where I come from, kebab was the main thing to eat, so I'm expecting a very good kebab from you. So now it's up to you, because where I come from, the kebab is special.
Lots of pressure on this one. Zlatan has to be one of the most entertaining athletes who's ever lived. He's Sweden's all-time leading goal scorer, a black belt in Taekwondo, and loves referring to himself in the third person. He grew up in an immigrant neighborhood in Sweden where kebab shops were on every corner, and because it was the cheapest food around, he'd fill up on them every day while running around playing football as a kid. So we're making him that same doner-style street kebab with meat on a vertical spit, shaved off and wrapped up with all the classic toppings. He told me he's expecting a very good kebab, and Zlatan isn't someone who asks twice. Zlatan, just for you, this is a beef kebab fit for a king. Wow. This right here is his childhood. It's what fueled his football journey. But just because I thought he'd throw me a bit more of a curveball, Zlatan Ibrahimovic's favorite food will get a big, strong B tier. Next up, we've got Harry Kane.
Hi Nick. So one of my favorite dishes, especially after a match, is a crispy chicken burger in a nice brioche bun, some coleslaw in there, some cheese, and maybe like a spicy mayo to go over as well.
Fried chicken sandwich. Love it. Harry Kane is a living legend. He's England's all-time leading goal scorer, but it's good to know that even the greats love a good chicken sandwich. I just think it's a little ironic he chose this dish given Arsenal actually rejected him when he was younger for being, and I quote, too chubby. But don't worry, he's in great shape now. To make sure this sandwich is exactly to his liking, I'm melting some English cheddar over the top and even serving it on a golden bun since back in 2018 he won the Golden Boot Award as the top scorer at the World Cup. And of course, I won't forget about the spicy mayo and coleslaw on there either. Kane is apparently a massive Tom Brady fan, so I even called up Tom to get his approval before taking the first bite. Tom, what do you think?
I think that looks perfect, Nick, but you better eat it before I come over and take it for myself.
Say no more. It's got all the best parts of a fried chicken sandwich. Crispy chicken, spicy mayo, cold, crunchy coleslaw, that gooey melted cheese, and a soft, fluffy bun. But I'm just not sure it's exciting enough. So for that reason, Harry Kane's favorite dish is getting C tier. Next up, Memo Ochoa.
Hey Nick, it's Memo. My favorite food is beef Wellington.
What?
I love it when it's cooked medium rare, with a crispy pastry on the outside and a good sauce on the side. It reminds me some of great meals shared with my family and friends. Good luck, Nick.
Well, that's not what I was expecting. Memo is Mexico's greatest goalkeeper of all time, but of all things, his favorite food being beef Wellington is something I would have never guessed. Lucky for him, I've got plenty of experience making them, but as I was making this one, I remembered that a good friend of mine can make them even better. That friend being none other than Gordon Ramsay. So I messaged him for some help.
Hey Nick, I'll send you along one of my specialities, this stunning beef Wellington, perfectly cooked to that medium rare temperature. Now, all you have to make, young man, is a delicious sauce. Hope you're enjoying the wonderful World Cup. Come on, you know I trained to play soccer before I became a prolific chef, right? See you on the pitch and enjoy the welly.
Well, this makes things a lot easier. Now that we've got this Wellington straight from Gordon's nearest restaurant, all that's left is to make the sauce. And because Memo is Mexican, we're making a mole-inspired sauce to go with it. It's rich, earthy, and may just be the best thing that's ever happened to a Wellington. Memo said his favorite part about this dish is that it reminds him of great meals with family and friends. So I hope I've done it justice. I think we can all agree, perfect medium rare, just like Memo wanted. But let's see about the taste. In some ways, this whole dish is so confusing. It's a Mexican player who requested an English dish, and it was made mostly by Gordon Ramsay, but it works. In fact, it's pretty darn near perfect. Memo, your favorite dish is going straight to A tier. Next up, Christian Pulisic.
Hey Nick, it's Christian Pulisic here, and my favorite meal to eat, especially when I come back to the US, is some crispy chicken wings, some buffalo chicken wings with blue cheese, maybe some fries on the side.
Okay.
And of course, some homemade chocolate chip cookies.
Of course.
Some of my favorites.
The Most Unhealthy Meal Award. Christian lives in Italy since he plays for AC Milan, but I love that his favorite foods are still 3 of the most American foods on earth. I mean, buffalo wings, french fries, and chocolate chip cookies? Come on. I'm making the buffalo sauce homemade with my brand new Osmo Magic Sauce, because everything Pulisic does on the field is magical. Uh-oh. I also think it's fun to know that he's from Hershey, Pennsylvania, the chocolate capital of America, and I think it explains why he loves chocolate chip cookies so much. As the Team USA captain, he earned the nickname Captain America, which apparently he doesn't really like, but we're gonna plate everything on a Captain America shield anyways. Sorry, Christian. He also specifically asked for blue cheese dressing, which I'm gonna pour all over the wings since I just think it'll look cool. And finally, we can eat. Like I said, it doesn't get any more American than this. Saucy wings, crispy fries, chewy cookies. All these foods are so delicious, but they're a little weak compared to a lot of the food we have in this video, which is why Christian Pulisic's favorite meal is getting a B tier. Next up, Ousmane Dembélé.
Le chip. J'aime quand ma mère prépare le chip. J'aime ça. C'est long ça. 10h, 16h, on mange.
Dembélé recently won the Ballon d'Or, which means he's currently the best football player on the planet. Someone once asked him if he's left-footed or right-footed, and he said he doesn't even know because both feet are equally good. I like to think that I'm just as good cooking with my left hand as I am with my right, but maybe that's not a fair comparison. I noticed that even though he messaged me in French, he didn't ask for French food. Chep is Senegal's national dish, and he chose it because his family is Senegalese. It's a dish that normally takes about 6 hours, but I've made my own slightly faster version, especially because I know mine probably won't be quite as good as his mom's anyways. Just looking at this, I'm sad I've never gotten to try chep before, but very happy that I'm about to. Traditionally, you eat it with your hands, so I'm gonna grab some of that flaky fish. Oh my, look at that. I'll pair my first bite with some cabbage and broken rice. Come on. I can already tell you this is gonna rank high. It's tomatoey, savory, and that broken rice absorbs everything, so every bite is packed with flavor. Just by looking at it, I had a feeling Ousmane Dembélé's favorite dish has earned our very first S tier. Woo! Next up, Robert Lewandowski.
Hi Nick, here's Robert. My favorite food has to be pasta portofino.
Wow.
Loads of pesto, good olive oil, and sweet tomato sauce. That somehow make everything better. It should taste like summer in Italy. Good luck.
Pasta Portofino. Lewandowski is Poland's all-time leading scorer and greatest ever footballer, yet his favorite food is Italian, but I'm not going to question it because pasta Portofino is such a great answer. If you've never heard of it, it was created accidentally when a chef in Italy once ran out of pesto halfway through dinner service and mixed in some tomato sauce to stretch it, and that accident became one of Italy's most beloved pasta dishes, made with a creamy pink sauce that's half pesto, half tomato. He specifically said it should taste like summer in Italy, which is why it's important that we make everything from scratch here. And keep in mind, this is a guy who once scored 5 goals in 9 minutes. A performance so absurd it broke 4 Guinness World Records. So when he tells me how his pasta should taste, I'm gonna listen carefully. Lewandowski actually follows a strict diet where he eats dessert before his main course, because apparently sweet foods digest faster and don't compete with the proteins in his main meal. I don't really understand it, but I'm never gonna complain about having some tiramisu before my pasta. I may just start doing this every day. As for our pasta Portofino, looks amazing, smells amazing. It's delicious. It's similar to what I expected, an ultra creamy tomatoey pesto pasta. Robert Lewandowski's favorite meal deserves a solid B tier. Next up, we've got David Beckham. He invited me to come cook with him in person, but once I got there, I realized it wouldn't be fair to the rest of the players in the video, so I asked him what to make things. It's Beckham. Let's taste before it melts. I don't normally like dessert, but this is better than regular sticky toffee pudding. It's got a sweet, caramelized honey flavor with every texture you could ever want. And the balance between hot and cold with that ice cream, chef's kiss. David Beckham's favorite dish gets a very well-deserved A tier. Next up is Luka Modric.
Hi Nick, my favorite meal is pizza. Very thin, Dalmatian prosciutto on the top, some cheese and olives, spicy sauce. Good luck, you'll do it well.
Sounds delicious. I didn't know this, but pizza is everywhere in Croatia since it's so close to Italy. But they like it crispier than American and Neapolitan style, which is why I'm pressing and rolling the dough out until it's almost see-through. We'll keep the toppings simple with spicy tomato sauce as the base and some classic mozzarella cheese. I'm going all out here because a few years ago, Modric won the award for best soccer player in the world and was very specific about how he wanted this pizza. He even requested Dalmatian prosciutto as the topping, which is a special smoked cured ham from the coast of Croatia where he grew up. I wasn't allowed to import that exact type, but I got the closest thing I possibly could so I could carve it fresh. Now that the pizza's baked, we'll finish it off with the prosciutto, top it with olives in the pattern of a soccer ball, and finally some homemade spicy chili oil as requested. I'm gonna cut it into 6 pieces for his 6 Champions League titles. I love a thin crust pizza. Probably not the pizza that I would personally order. The mix of black olives and prosciutto makes it extra salty, and I don't love when a pizza or a sandwich has a meat on it where you have to awkwardly tear through like this. It's hard though because it's such a beautiful pizza. But I think Luka Modric's pizza gets a C tier. C for Croatia. Next up, Gerard Piqué.
Hey Nick, I want you to cook me Spanish omelette. No cheese, salt, pepper, and whatever ingredients you want to put, but no cheese, please.
Okay.
Spanish omelette, okay? Thank you very much.
Got it. Piqué spent his entire career at Barcelona and is considered one of the best defenders in football history. And all he wants is a Spanish omelet, known in Spain as a tortilla española. These are made with just eggs, potatoes, and olive oil. But there's also a huge debate on whether or not you should add onions. Every bar, kitchen, and grandmother in Spain makes these, and they all swear theirs is the best. But I'm obviously going to try to top theirs too. Piqué said twice not to add cheese, so I'm staying away from that. To keep things traditional, we also have to let it cool to room temperature before eating. So while we wait, I'm turning our omelet into the Spanish flag using a few different colored peppers. Now that it's all cooled, we actually cut it like a cake. Spanish omelets are thick, so you're really taking out a slice. And apparently it's also acceptable to eat it with your hands. I don't know what I was expecting. That's incredible. It's especially rich and buttery and even custardy from all that olive oil. My only complaint is I wish it was something a little more exciting, which is why Gerard Piqué's favorite dish is getting a B tier. Next up, David Luiz.
Hello, Nick. It's a pleasure to be here. My favorite meal is rice, white rice, beans, black beans from Minas Gerais, it's in Brazil. And then you can do a meat well done with some onions, and then steamed kale. Like in this way, you can make the kale. And then also is angu. It's like a polenta, but it's more liquid. So in the end of the day, you can mix everything and you're gonna enjoy it. See you soon. It was a pleasure, man.
He wants 6 things in one plate. Okay. Brazil is the most successful football nation on earth, with 5 World Cup wins, more than any other country. And in addition to being a legend for the Brazilian national team, David has also played for Chelsea, PSG, and Arsenal, and even owns a restaurant in London, so he definitely knows his food. And by the way, you're probably also wondering why we're suddenly not in my kitchen, and that's because he asked for a very specific style of home cooking from a region in Brazil called Minas Gerais. So, because my friend Guga happens to be from that exact same region, I asked him to make this one for me and ship it overnight from Miami. My only worry now is how well this actually held up in the mail. Let's hope it still looks good. He covered it up. That's smart. I like how he bubble wrapped it too. That's good. Look at that. Can you believe it looks like that from flying? I'm gonna start by cutting into the steak. I feel like we're all probably wondering, is it cooked perfectly? Because if Guga followed my and David's instructions, this should be well done. Oh no. This might even be past well done. You can hear me chewing it, it's almost crunchy. But this is traditional for this type of meal in Brazil, and this is what David wanted, so I'm okay with it. It's also seasoned beautifully. How about the beans? Guga, what are you doing? You cooked the steak, well done. That's what David wanted. You barely cooked the beans. The beans are rare, they're crunchy. Let's try this. I don't think I'll ever like okra. Now that I've tried it all individually, I'm gonna kind of mix everything together like David suggested. I wanna make sure I get the proper perfect bite. It tastes like I've walked into someone's home in Brazil. But unfortunately for David, my friend Guga really undercooked those beans. David Luiz's favorite dish is going in D tier. D for David, I guess. Next up is chicharito.
Hey Nick, this is chicharito. My favorite food is
basically just fried tortilla chips simmered in salsa until they're just the right balance of crispy and saucy, then topped with crema, queso fresco, and a sunny side up egg. It's the most popular breakfast in Mexico, and I plated this one as the Mexican flag. Red salsa on one side, white crema down the middle, and for the green section, even though it's non-traditional, I've used peas in honor of his nickname. I still can't believe that Chicharito's favorite dish is chilaquiles. It's so perfect. Obviously, we first need to pop the egg. And after being simmered in all that beautiful salsa, these chips should be just soft enough that we can kind of poke through them with a fork. But you can always get in there with your hands too. No one's gonna get mad. Está buenísimo. Chicharito, this is such a good choice for your favorite meal. It's beautiful, and it hits on all the different textures and flavors you could ever want. Chicharito is gonna walk away with a very strong A tier. Next up, Sunil Chetri.
Hey Nick, one of my absolute favorite thing to eat is called chole bhature. If you haven't had it yet, it's deep fried Indian bread, chickpea curry, carrot or chili pickle, we call it achar, and some onion by the side. I assure you will love it.
Sounds amazing. You're probably thinking absolutely love it. Sunil Chetri's favorite dish, without question, goes straight to S tier. Next up, Ashraf Hakimi.
My favorite meal is the couscous, Moroccan couscous. I make it from my mom. If not, it will not be the same.
I'm not his mom, but I'll try my best. Hakimi is currently ranked as the best defender in the world, and there's this famous moment where after a huge win with Morocco, he ran past every single teammate on the pitch straight to his mom in the stands. So when I asked him his favorite food and he said Moroccan couscous from his mom, it all made sense. And it also reminded me that my mom made me and my brothers lots of couscous growing up, so this one feels personal. In Morocco, couscous brings the whole family together every Friday around one big platter. So Hakimi, I really hope your mom would be proud of this one. With couscous, you want to take your right hand and you want to press together some of those soft little pearls and kind of roll them up into a ball. First bite, I just want to try it plain. Amazing. You know what's so good about this is that in that 2-section pot we used, all that broth and the vegetables steam and give their flavor to the couscous as it cooks. And I can taste all that in there. It's not normal couscous, and I'm sorry to my mom, but it's a lot better than the couscous we had growing up. I bet Hakimi's mom makes an S tier couscous, but for this one here, Achraf Hakimi's favorite dish is getting a very solid B tier. Next up, the chicken is beautiful. It's soft and tender, but the rice is really rich, almost a little bit metallic in flavor. Let me apologize in advance. I love Portugal, I love Portuguese food, but I changed one of the few main ingredients in this dish, which I think warrants a red card and unfortunately puts this dish in F tier. Not your fault, Joao. Next up, Thierry Henry.
Hello Nick, this is Thierry. My favorite food, or dishes, shall I say, is from the Caribbean. One is called Dombre. You're gonna have to do your own research. The other one is Colombo de Poulet. And the last one is Lambi with rice.
Cool.
There you go. I give you 3 options. Have fun with it.
3 options. Terry doesn't follow the rules. Terry is the only player to give me 3 completely different dishes instead of 1, which means we have to spin this wheel to find out which one we're making. And it appears we've landed on lambi, a Caribbean conch stew served with rice. Now, what's interesting here is that Henry is both France and Arsenal's all-time leading goal scorer, but his favorite food isn't French. It's Caribbean, and that's because his family is from Guadeloupe, where conch is one of the most prized ingredients around. But it's tough, so we have to give it plenty of time to cook or it'll turn out chewy and rubbery. Henry was once part of the only team ever to go an entire Premier League season unbeaten. They call that team the Invincibles, so the least I can do is get his conch stew right. Alright, lambi. This has to be some of the coolest plating of the whole video. If you've never had conch, it's very similar in texture to calamari. The stew is okay. It's rich and tomatoey with a slight heat, and then you get that satisfying chewiness from the conch, but I think the conch itself is what's holding it back. Thierry Henry's favorite dish gets B tier. Next up, Aberici Eze.
Yo Nick, it's Ebs here man. I heard you wanna have a go cooking my favorite meal, what I normally have for most games. Red pesto pasta, rigatoni pasta, chicken, prawns, and a little bit of mozzarella.
Red pesto. Ebbs eats this before every single match, so it sounds like a recipe for success given he's just won the FA Cup and the Premier League back-to-back and is a chess champion on the side. Traditional pesto has 5 simple ingredients: pine nuts, garlic, parmesan, basil, and olive oil. And red pesto is the same thing, but replaces most of that basil with sun-dried tomatoes, which happen to be my least favorite food. Hopefully it doesn't affect the rating too much, but I'll be honest, it might. I'm gonna plate this dish into the shape of the England flag, since that's where he's from, and top it off with mozzarella cheese, chicken, and prawns, just like he asked. Alright, Ebbs, let's see what you got. I'm gonna get some red pesto pasta with a little mozzarella. Here's the thing. I told you I'm not the biggest fan of sun-dried tomatoes. At the same time, this is the type of dish I feel like I would have wanted before a soccer game when I used to play. So it's hard because it's not his fault I don't love sun-dried tomato, but it is what it is. So Aberici Eze's favorite dish is getting C tier. Next up, Antoine Griezmann. Instead of a video, he replied with a 1-word answer: tartiflette. I love it. When Griezmann won the World Cup, he celebrated by doing a Fortnite dance in the middle of the field. That should tell you everything you need to know about him, but in case you're curious for more, he's France's 3rd all-time leading goal scorer and has been one of the best players in the world for the last decade. And his favorite food is tartiflette, a classic dish from the French Alps made with layers of potatoes, cream, bacon, and an entire wheel of melted cheese on top. It's the kind of thing you eat after a long day on a cold, snowy French mountain, or maybe on a football pitch. And if you really think about it, it's basically Ratatouille's cheesy cousin. This is my dream. I know this isn't how you're supposed to eat it, but I am going to dig in with a spoon. That's the ultimate comfort food. Creamy potatoes, salty bacon, that thick layer of melted cheese that's rich and a little bit funky. This is such a smart and unique favorite dish at the same time, and it is just so pronounce that dish, but I will try my best to make it. Ronaldo needs no introduction, but his dish definitely does, especially since speed also messed up the pronunciation. The dish is called bacalhau à brás, and it's one of Portugal's most iconic dishes, made with soft scrambled eggs, shredded salt cod, and crispy matchstick potatoes all mixed together in one. It's sometimes topped off with black olives, in this case 7 to represent his number. Let's see what you got, Ronaldo. I'm really trying to like this dish. If I think hard about the positives here, it's creamy, crunchy, and salty all at the same time, and then you get this sweetness from the onions and garlic and little bursts of brininess from the olives, with that shredded salted
एक नए वीडियो के साथ फिर से आप लोगों का स्वागत है। दोस्तों, आप लोग जैसा कि देखें, ये किचन शेफ हैं और बहुत टेस्टी खाना बनाते हैं। ये हमारे इंडिया के नहीं, ये विदेश के हैं। तो आप लोग इनकी वीडियो प्लीज़ आप लोग देखिए और पूरा वॉच करिए। और इतनी मज़ेदार इनकी वीडियो है दोस्तों कि मैं तो देख के इनकी वीडियो पे एकदम भाग गई, क्योंकि मैं इनकी वीडियो हमेशा देखती रहती हूँ। मैं हमेशा मतलब देखती रहती हूँ वीडियो, ये है वो है, पर इनकी वीडियो जब मेरे सामने आई, भाई गॉड इतनी अच्छी वीडियो है। और ये कुकिंग बहुत अच्छा करते हैं दोस्तों। कुकिंग इनसे सीखने लायक है। हाँ, हमें समझ में नहीं आती इनकी वर्ड कि हाँ क्या बोल रहे हैं, पर यूट्यूब तो ऐसा सिस्टम लगा रखा है कि अगर आप इंग्लिश देखते हो इंग्लिश में, तो आपके यहाँ वीडियो इंग्लिश में ही आएगा। तो दोस्तों, ये वाला वीडियो बहुत ही मज़ेदार है, बहुत ही यूनिक है। आप लोगों को ये वीडियो कैसा लगा कमेंट बॉक्स में ज़रूर बताना, और लाइक सब्सक्राइब शेयर ज़रूर करिएगा दोस्तों। मुझे उम्मीद करती हूँ कि आप लोगों को मेरा ये वाला वीडियो बहुत ज़्यादा ही पसंद आया होगा। हाँ, हाय बोल लो, हाय। ये मेरा बाबू छोटा मोना है।